What's up guys, Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com, back again with another Alliance War. This time my Alliance for Loki is going up against SG-4M, and this war is absolutely brutal. I'm going to be entering the battlefield with Gwenpool, Vision, and Iceman, which is my preferred lineup for war at the moment. Preferred until I get another rank 4 5-star champion, that is. And this war is going to be the perfect example as to why Mystic Dispersion just needs to be changed already. Come on, Kabam. I think we've all had enough of the Mystic Dispersion. But anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about as this war goes on. I'm going to back out of this first fight and just kind of wait it out until I get one more energy. Now that I've got that extra energy, I'm going to go back into this fight and boost up to take out this path, because I already know coming into this war that, yeah, this is going to be a tough war. So I'm just checking out the profile here. The only champion that I see in the profile that I'm kind of worried about is that rank 4 Spider-Man. But Spider-Man, he's really not that common on this node. Probably because you can just kind of stun him, and the evasion isn't that big of a deal. But he might show up here, not sure. Typically I've been seeing Mordo, probably the most common champion here, but I've also been seeing Magic, Nightcrawler, Dormammu, Magneto, Hyperion, pretty much anybody. This node, you can really stick anyone on. I bring in Gwenpool just because of that Outlast node. I try to, cut through that with the extra damage of Gwenpool. And it is Mordo. Okay, no problem. The only thing about fighting Mordo with Gwenpool is that if he has bleeds, you have to be careful when you're attacking. Just like that, I had the stun, the auto stun go on him, and if you attack one more time into that auto stun, you will get degen on you, and that's the real threat. That's how you lose the most amount of health against Mordo in this matchup. So just kind of backed out. I'm not always quick enough on my toes to back out, but I've been trying to get better at it, just attacking slowly into him, especially when I have a bleed already on him, and then just as soon as I see that stun, just immediately swipe back. Like I said, sometimes I'm not fast enough, sometimes it kind of slips my mind. Sometimes I only have one bleed and it's only like a 3% chance to stun, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna stun him. I'll just keep attacking, and then yeah, I get blasted with that degen. But that fight went pretty well. Definitely happy with how that fight went. Can't really ask for a better fight. First fight in here. This is the unblockable SP2, of course, unblockable special 2, and I'm just going to enter here with Vision, expecting Doctor Strange or Hood, either of these champions, most common by far, and it is Hood. Alright, so no problem. Just got to land that first parry, which luckily I do, and once you get that power burn on, alright, the fight is under complete control. It's still possible to slip up, but very, very confident after I get the first power burn. The biggest threat about this fight is, sometimes you guys will see me not land that initial parry, and I won't have that opening to get a parry, or I'm sorry, a power burn on Hood, and then yeah, even if you dodge his SP2, he goes invisible, and that can complicate the fights. So luckily I do get that initial parry off and power burn, and the fight, like I said, it's completely under control. And pretty easy fight there. Alright, so the next node up, this is where things start to get interesting. This is the stun immune node, and I'm used to seeing Juggernaut or some kind of champion that has evasion like Nightcrawler or Spider-Man. I'm sure other champions will be showing up from time to time, but yeah, I've really only been seeing these couple of champions here. So I check out the profile. Sure enough, he has Juggernaut, rank 4. Alright, looks like it's go time, man. Looks like it's go time. Luckily his signature ability is only 22, so he only has a 2.76 unstoppable duration. It doesn't scale up that much higher with the higher signature ability levels, but every millisecond counts against this guy. Every time, if it was a longer duration, you might not be able to punish one of his heavy attacks or something like that. You might take a lot more damage. You might get pushed just that much further back into the wall, which I'm trying desperately to do, but I'm already backed into the corner as it is. I pretty much always taking Gwenpool against this node because the node also has 45% armor, so I'm really relying on these bleeds to do a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of taking this guy down. You can see that Mystic Dispersion kicking in. His power is going up quite a bit. I'm trying my best to not trigger dexterity on myself. I missed an opening right there. I was a little bit worried about that one. I could have actually attacked after that heavy. But yeah, just kind of slipped up there. Alright, backed into the wall. Dexterity triggers. That power bar is just going right on back up. Hoping that'll throw an SP2. But I get the opening, so I just go for it. Dexterity. No. Trigger dexterity twice there. So he's got his SP3. And yeah, at this point I'm getting crushed. But I have my SP3. And this is the only thing that saves me. I'm able to use this to get myself out of the wall. And I'm hoping that this is going to kill him. I don't know how much damage this is going to do. Okay, nowhere near enough. I don't know what I was thinking. It was nowhere near enough damage. Alright, but now he has the armor break on him. And check this damage out. Just slices right through like butter, man. RIP to this rank 4 Juggernaut. And Juggernaut, you know what? It's actually a really fun fight for me. I hate Juggernaut when I'm playing as the champion, but I love fighting into Juggernauts just because it makes the fight interesting, but it's like a counterable, interesting kind of thing. This next node is something that I just struggle to counter, and this node, it's thorns, right? It's thorns, but it's going to be more than that, and you'll see in just a moment what I'm talking about. I'm pretty confident this go around, actually. I'm like, all right, Iceman, he's at full health, and I look at the profile, and I see magic. And I've heard about magic on this node. I've never actually fought magic on Thorn's node, but I've heard about this. People put magic on this node because magic starts out with 1 bar of power, and for whatever reason, that also means that it triggers Limbo, or it can trigger Limbo. I also see Magneto. I'm thinking, okay, it might be Magneto. Maybe it'll be Magneto. Let me see. No, it's magic. Alright, luckily this first fight, she does not start with Limbo. And I say first fight because, yeah, this is not going to be the only fight against this champion. Trying my best to not trigger dexterity, of course, to trigger that mystic dispersion, but it's not easy. You know, just attacking into her, you're going to see me take like 600 plus damage every single shot that I take. And Limbo, yeah, it's another 500 plus damage every half second. So yeah, the combination of those two, and my health is just melting away. And keep in mind, I'm boosted. I am boosted. So you know, I have that 20% extra health. I'm not taking damage from suicides. That was all the damage I could do. Full HP to nothing, just off of Thorns and Limbo, with the help of Mystic Dispersion, of course. It's annoying. It's annoying having every single champion that I face here be a Mystic champion. Like, why does anybody have the Detection Masteries if it's just going to be Mystic the entire way through? But anyway, I'm going to take in Gwenpool, and I'm just going to try to slice through as fast as possible. I know she's going to be triggering Limbo, even though Gwenpool has some kind of defensive ability, accuracy, lowering ability herself. I already know it's not going to be enough. So I go ahead and heal up here, pop 3 of these level 4 health potions, which is just fantastic. Loads of fun. It's always a good time popping health potions like this, right? Knowing that this might not even be enough. But yeah, she's only got 33,000 life. I should be able to finish it, right? All I gotta do is trigger some bleeds. So let's see what happens here. Alright, start out with the fight. She's got Limbo. Look at my health just melt away from that Limbo. I'm already down to half. Ridiculous. Alright, Limbo again. Great. Wow. Look at my health. Like, I just started this fight, man. I just started this fight. Luckily, I do get a few bleeds going. I have dexterity there, so I'm worried about this next attack. I just attack into her knowing that was going to be my final push, no matter what happened there. Luckily, she did not trigger Limbo. Even if she did, I might have been able to kind of race the clock and kill her before that Limbo killed me. But yeah, I'm just happy that fight is over, man. Fun fighting magic on that node there. But anyway, pulling up to the last node of my path here. I still have a healthy vision, so you know I'm pretty happy about having this healthy vision, thinking that pretty much whoever I see here I can take down with vision. And then I look at the profile. This is the power gain node, of course. I look at the profile, and I see another magic. And at this point, I just want to scream. To be honest, man. I'm so tired of fighting these magics, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be magic. It's gonna be magic. Whatever, let's just deal with it. Let's get it over with. And it's not magic. It is Juggernaut. It's another Mystic champion, of course. But you know what? I'm a lot happier fighting this Juggernaut than I am fighting that magic. So yeah, go into this fight, and the power control is the name of the game. I'm just trying to watch that debuff on myself that's going to drain my power, trying to play around that as best as possible. So it's about to drain me, so I go ahead and fire off my special again, which was needed anyway. And luckily Synthesis helps me out here, gives me a bunch of power back, and just going to drain him again. And the fight, you know, I'm pretty confident at this point. It's pretty much under control. He's down less than half, and he still doesn't have any power. So yeah, things are going relatively well. I'm not backed against the wall, so I have plenty of room to work with. He's not stun immune, so I've got parry for days here, and get that final power burn, and Juggernaut is down. But yeah, very annoying path here, just seeing nothing but Mystic champions, and I'm just tired of it, guys. Sorry if I sound a bit salty in this video, but it really does get frustrating after a while fighting magics specifically, right? The other champions, they're fine, like they're counterable. It's just that magic, man. And I know some people are good at fighting magic, especially with like voodoo, especially if you have like a 5-star voodoo or something like that. That's the dream right there. If you have a 5-star voodoo, then yeah, kind of eats magic. But it's just so difficult for me with the champions that I currently have. I'm gonna keep trying to get better though. It's no excuse, right? Whether Mystic Dispersion gets changed or not, whether Limbo gets changed or not, I've got to find some kind of way to get better at it. And yeah, not just gonna throw in the towel just because I'm struggling with it. But that is gonna do it for this war. SG-4M, congratulations to you guys. They actually did beat us in this war. Who knows though? Maybe we'll face each other again. But until that day comes, guys, that is gonna do it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Take care.